Good evening and hello. My name is Renee D. Waring, and I am the founder of Uniquely and Wonderfully Made Ministries. Welcome to you all, and a special welcome to the new members of my community. I am glad to be able to speak with you now. Today, my presentation is on city life and mental illness. In the 1930s, two sociologists noticed that a large portion of the population of the patients who had schizophrenia in Chicago's asylums were born in the inner city. Since then, researchers have discovered that mental illnesses of all kinds are more common in densely populated cities than in greener, more rural areas. In fact, the Center for Urban Design and Mental Health estimates that people who live in the city face a nearly face nearly a 40% higher risk of depression, 20% higher chance of anxiety, and double the risk of schizophrenia than people living in rural areas. Some of the mental health conditions that city dwellers have can be traced to social problems, such as loneliness and the stress of living cramped together in small spaces. There is something about the physical nature of cities that also puts a strain on the emotional well being of their inhabitants. The strain comes from air and noise pollution stemming from traffic, construction, and other their neighbors. Meyer Lindenberg and his research partner, Matilda von Busch, an environmental health researcher in the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, searched for studies concerning a wide range of substances and situations that people run across every day. They discovered that while many of these factors are abundant in cities, they are not exclusively found in cities. For example, air pollution is present on farms also, but in the form of pesticides. Still, a key part of improving our collective mental health will be making our cities more livable, says Mueller Lindenberg. He and Van den Busch published their findings in 2019 in the journal Annual Review of Public Health. More than half the world's population already lives in cities. This number is expected to rise to nearly 70% by 2050. Quote, globally, we are becoming more increasingly urban, so neighborhoods are opening up and changing, points out Rarinthai Anna Keo Mortzoglu. That's Keo Mortzoglu, an assistant professor of environmental health sciences in the Mailman School of Public Health at Columbia University. She studied the impacts of air pollution on mental health. Meyer, Lindenberg, and Van den Busch found that heavy metals like lead, pesticides, common chemicals like bisphenol A or BPA, and noise pollution may contribute to depression, although further research is still needed to confirm that that is in fact the case. Poor air quality has been associated with depression, anxiety, psychotic experiences such as paranoia, and hearing voices. Keo Mortzoglu, in other words, Keo Mortzoglu, and her colleagues have found that women who live in highly polluted neighborhoods are more likely than others to report symptoms of anxiety and take antidepressants. Meyer Lindenberg says, quote, cities are good for most aspects of human life. It is just that mental health shows a flip side of cities, unquote. Urban areas, he believes, are harmful both because of lack of greenery and the presence of particularly high amounts of toxic exposure, such as air pollution. Mental illness are caused by a complex tangle of genetics and life circumstances. It is rarely possible to pick out a single issue and name it as the culprit. Meyer Lindenberg says rather hazards like noise and air pollution, lead exposure, and financial stress contribute to depression. Pollen may consistently wear down a person's moods, causing depression due to the fact that it is aggravating. According to Meyer Lindenberg, air pollution and other substances may prompt an inflammatory response and over time takes a toll on the brain. There's a plenty of research that shows that people's risk of depression and other psychiatric disorders are lowered by one's contact with nature. People who are physically active in nature settings have their moods boosted through the sights, sounds, smells of greenery and the oceans. One experiment, scientists discovered that after a stroll in nature, people were less prone to rumination, the tendency to obsess over one's mistakes and troubles that is common feature of disorders like depression and anxiety. The nature walk also calmed actively in several brain regions involved in rumination and responding to threats to people's sense of belonging or feelings that one will make a social misstep. Nearly 1 in 5 adults in the United States live with mental illness, while depression is considered as a leading cause of disability worldwide by the World Health Organization. It is important to put nature in the city. Parks and street trees gives the city dwellers a revitalizing dose of nature. It also helps with muffling noise and absorbing pollution. Thus ends my presentation for today. I am glad to be able to share with it all today. I hope that you found my presentation to be both interesting and informative. My next presentation will be on the second Friday of next month. Please view it and have your family and friends view it also. I would like for them to join my community by going to my website and filling out the contact form. My website is uniquely and wonderfully made ministries.com. That is UNIQUELY and wonderfully made ministries.com. My email address is Emerson Mary, I as in ice, the word recovery, RECOVERY 74 @gmail.com. Emerson Mary, I as in ice, the word recovery, RECOVERY 74 @gmail.com. Send me your questions and concerns and your prayer requests also. I would love to be invited to speak to your group on a hot topic on mental health. Please send me an email concerning this. I am the founder of Uniquely and Wonderfully Made Ministries. My name is Renee D. Warrior, and I am the warrior warring.